Hey guys. So today is day 3. Before I go ahead and jump into today's topic, I first of all want to say thank you to anybody who has taken the time out to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, let me know. And also, I want to give a shout out to Anel. Thank you so much for your suggestions on my videos. And as you can see, I am implementing them as we speak. So thank you again, Anel. Today, what I want to talk about is morning habits. Okay. I think that this is an extremely important subject, and I think it's really helpful for anybody who wants to set their day up for success and to start their day off right. Okay, so when I was in my 9 to 5 job and I worked at the bank, my day pretty much went like this. Okay, my alarm clock would go off, and I was a huge snoozer. I literally hit the snooze button like 10 or 15 times in the morning. I would get up 10 or 15 minutes before I had to leave, get my clothes on, didn't even worry about my makeup. Who cares how I look at that point? I would find myself in a McDonald's or Dunkin' Donuts drive-through, eating shit food and rushing to work along with everybody else. And by the time I got into work, I was so irritated and annoyed that it carried over into the workplace, which is not good, right? So from that point on, it was like a snowball effect of just negativity. And then, I was always the person that when I get home, I'm going to work out for an hour. When I get home, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But I had spent all day, putting out so much negative energy that I didn't have any more energy left to do anything else. I would sit on the couch, eat my dinner, watch TV, go to bed, and repeat the cycle day after day after day. And it was just absolutely horrendous. I hated every minute of it. If this is something that you're experiencing, or if your situation is similar to that, I think that this could be something that really helps, and it's helped me. So let's get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys 5 tips on what you can do in the mornings to set your day up for success. And hopefully they help you. And here we go. So number 1 is the 5-4-3-2-1 rule. Okay. If you haven't heard of this, I highly suggest watching. Her name is Mel Robbins. I would watch her TEDx talk. Okay. So she's wrote a book on this, but I have never read the book. When I heard about it was when I watched the TEDx talk. So basically what I do when I get up in the morning, I hear my alarm clock, no more snoozing. I go 5-4-3-2-1, get up. And I get up. And that's it. Super easy, super simple. Sounds really stupid, but let me tell you, it works. And once you guys get in the habit of doing this 5-4-3-2-1 rule can be applied to multiple things in life, not just this. But starting off, this is something that I would just use it for if you are a snoozer, about how I used to be. Okay, so 5-4-3-2-1, get up, no more snoozing. All right, so step 1. Now, step 2, I actually just started this today. So today is my reset day of my 67-day cycle. I recently did the 67 steps program through Tai Lopez. So I've kind of just turned that into a cycle that I do every 67 days. I repeat it, and then I do a 5% increase on whatever habit, or I add another habit onto my day. Okay, so today I added making my bed onto it. Now, again, super simple step, and it sounds silly if you don't make your bed currently, but I think that small steps lead into big achievements. And part of the reason why I wanted to put it into the 5 daily habits is because it directly coincides with step number 1, right? So if you are waking up in the morning and you're trying not to hit the snooze button anymore, What you can do is go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up, go take your morning pee, and make your bed right away, okay? Now, if you do this, there is no more temptation to get back into bed and just snuggle up with your covers for 5 or 10 extra minutes, because those 5 or 10 extra minutes turn into 30 extra minutes, and then you're back to square one, 10 minutes to get ready, rushing out the door, and your whole day turns into a cycle of negative energy, okay? So that's why I put that in there, and that's why I started doing it myself. If you guys want to see a picture of my bed being made, you can follow me at Aspiring Sarah D on Instagram or Facebook, and you will see it. I put it right there so that everybody could know that I made my bed this morning, okay? And it was like the first time in my life that I think I've ever made my bed. So, step number 2. Now, number 3, I think is extremely important. Even if you skip step number 1 or 2, number 3, I don't think it's something that you should really skip, because this can directly affect and reflect on your whole entire life, and it's giving gratitude. Okay, so I watch Gary Vee a lot. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Gary Vaynerchuk, you can look him up on YouTube. He is awesome. He's just blunt, straight to the point. I think he's a great person to listen to. So when I was doing these steps the other night, I thought back and remembered a video that I watched of Gary Vee and Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is a motivational speaker. He's wrote a few books. He's a huge character, big personality, and he's just an all-around big guy. I mean, this guy's huge. If you watch the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. Gary Vee looks absolutely tiny next to this man. I mean, he's just a big, and I'm not talking about like round wise. I'm just talking about bone structure. He's just a big guy. It's actually kind of funny. But in the episode, they had a client that called in and asked them what they do on a daily basis to give gratitude, because you can actually see, if you watch these guys regularly, you can see how grateful they are for what they have and where they are in life. And I think that this is extremely important, because that resonates with the people around you, and the people, if you're looking to influence other people, like if you want to be an influencer like them, or if you want to just influence say you have people who work for you, if you're a small business owner, if you want to be a positive influence to them, this resonates very well. So Tony Robbins, when he's answering the question, he talks about how he does priming for 10 minutes every single morning. So if you guys don't know what priming is, it's pretty much creating the environment that you want emotionally. Okay, so it sounds weird, but it actually works, and it's actually it's kind of cool. So he says that he does this for 10 minutes in the morning. So for 1 minute, what he does is radical breathing. So if you don't know what radical breathing is, it's kind of like if you've ever meditated before, you do a strong breath in, heavy breath out, and it's very loud breathing. And it's actually really good for you to do. So he does that for 1 minute. So he does radical breathing for a minute, okay? Then he breaks up the rest of the 10 minutes into 3-minute cycles of giving gratitude for 3 separate things. So he does first 3 minutes, what he currently has, he gives gratitude for. Next 3 minutes, he does prayer. And the last 3 minutes, he does what he is looking to achieve. Okay, and he emotionally puts himself into that situation and how he would feel if he got it. And I think that this is just, I honestly think it's something that I'm probably going to try. I might have to do an experiment on this one. So flipping over to Gary Vee, now these two things are completely polar opposite. So Gary Vee talks about how when he wakes up in the morning, he thinks about how he would feel if someone in his family was killed. So this is how he gives gratitude. And he says that it is perspective and it directly correlates with how he communicates with his family on a daily basis. And he says that it's just his way of finding gratitude in, having the people close to him still be there and be safe. And I think that that is, again, polar opposite from what Tony Robbins does. But I think that as long as you find something that works for you, then that's fine. And that's what this is all about. You have to have habits that work with you so that you stick to them, because that's the most important thing. Sticking to what you're setting your goals for and setting your habits for. Okay. So me personally, because I do this as well, I give gratitude every single morning, but I kind of combined 3 and 4 together. So I'm going to skip to 4 and then I'll revert back to me giving gratitude. So number 4, what I have is exercise. Okay. Now, I'm not really big on waking up and lifting weights for an hour and, feeling like I'm ready to conquer the world. I'm not into that personally. You might be that type, and I think that's amazing, but that's not what I do. So for me, I do 15 to 30 minutes of yoga every single morning. And obviously, you can and should do whatever works for you and who you are, and whatever you're going to stick with is what you should do, right? So I do yoga. Again, this morning, as I said earlier, I slept through my alarm. I didn't even hear it, but I still took the time to do 15 minutes of yoga before I started my day. So normally I do 30. So what I do is I'll do 30 minutes of yoga, and then after that, whatever position I find myself in is when I go ahead and I do my gratitude. So I will sit there and I will do a prayer, or I will just list things that I am completely grateful for and happy that I still have or have in my life. So 3 and 4 can be combined the way that I do it, or you can do it separately as separate exercises. Whatever you want to do, whatever works for you. Again, this is all about you, and I'm just giving you my little tips. So that's number 4, exercise, 15 to 30 minutes. Once you do this for however long, as long as it takes you to get your habit, I do suggest that bumping it up 5%. So since I'm on my cycle, my first cycle is 67 steps. Today, I kind of missed the mark with the bumping it up 5%. But I'm going to start trying to do at least 45 minutes in the morning. Okay. So number 5. So number 5 I have as goal setting. Okay. So this one, you can do it a number of ways. Okay. So you can either do it as you do like 5 goals that you want to meet that day. Or you can do like your 30, 60, 90-day goals, 18-month goals, 5-year goals, 2-year goals, whatever it is that you decide to do. But it is something that I think that you need to do daily. And the only rule that I really have with this one is that you need to be writing them down. Now, the reason why I say that is because it has been scientifically proven that if you write things down, if you write your goals down, you're actually more likely to conquer your goals and achieve your goals than just keeping it in your brain. So the only rule that I have with this one that I think that you absolutely need to follow is writing them down. Okay, so currently with myself, I do usually 3. But I actually came up with this the other day. I'm going to start doing a daily dash. So I'm going to utilize my daily dash as the one goal that I need to accomplish that day, and I am not allowed to go to bed or go to sleep until I conquer that goal. And I have gone plenty nights without going to sleep at all, maybe for, 3 or 4 hours. I'll get some sleep, but that's what you do, right? That's what we do sometimes. So personally, I'm going to have 3 goals, and within those 3 goals, I'm going to have my daily dash that is a must complete before I end my day. Okay, so again, the only rule that I think that needs to be applied with this is that you need to write your goals down. And another thing, don't just write your goals down and leave it, because this is another mistake that a lot of people make. So they will write down like an 18-month goal and it'll be awesome, but then they push it aside and they never look at it again. Like that's not what goal setting is about. Goal setting is something that you should be visiting at least once a week, okay? Because if you're not, it's just a waste of time. You just wasted, just because you write it down once doesn't mean that you're going to achieve it. This is something that goals are evolve with you and evolve as you evolve as a person and in your business or in your health or in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Your goals should evolve with you. So that's why you need to write your goals down either on a daily basis or a weekly basis, not on a yearly basis, because it's just not practical to do that. Okay. So a little recap, five tips. 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop hitting the snooze and get out of bed. 2, make your bed in the morning. 3, give gratitude. 4, exercise 15 to 30 minutes, however long you choose, however long your time allows you to do. 5 is goal setting, okay? If you guys have any questions or any suggestions that you do, please let me know, because I love to experiment with this stuff. Like I said, listening to Tony Robbins, I think I'm actually going to try and experiment with priming. Okay. So I hope you guys have a good evening. I did this on purpose to post this in the evening because this is something that you can start right away tomorrow. Okay. Do not put anything off. You need to be an IP personality, impatiently patient. You impatiently start something and you patiently wait for it to build up. Okay? So if you guys have any questions, remember, like, subscribe, and check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and I'll talk to you later.